Welcome to MPUNGWE-PUNGWE YouTube channel. Subscribe for you to enjoy more of our videos anytime we upload.
I seem to only have one question there, and the question is from the good people of Zomba City South. Honour Member for Zomba City South, you have the floor, sir.
Thank you very much, Right Honourable First Deputy Speaker, sir. I rise to confirm that indeed the question 194 appearing next to my name is indeed from the people of Zomba City South constituency. I submit, First Deputy Speaker, sir.
Thank you. Honourable Minister of Labour, Skills and Innovations. Please request for a microphone, sir. Honourable Minister, you have the floor. Thank you.
Thank you very much, First Deputy Speaker, sir, for giving the people of Salima Central East the opportunity to respond to the question. First Deputy Speaker, the question says, could the Minister of Labour, Skills and Innovation consider constructing a development center in Zomba South constituency to equip young people with technical, vocational and entrepreneurial skills? First Deputy Speaker, sir, I want to thank the Honourable Member for Zomba City South constituency for the question. First Deputy Speaker, sir, with the reformation of Constituency Development Fund, Honourable Members are encouraged to present their requests to their respective district councils. The councils will inform my ministry to conduct assessment on the suitability of the site and provide necessary recommendation. Once this process is done, the location is deemed suitable, appropriate resources can be allocated through the constituency development funding. My ministry will provide the councils with standard specification for the construction of community technical colleges. First Deputy Speaker, sir, I wish also to inform the Honourable Member for Zomba that Zomba has one community technical college called Sakata. It is my humble appeal to Honourable Member to encourage the youth around these areas to utilize this skills development facility currently available within the district. I thank you, First Deputy Speaker, sir.
Thank you very much, Honourable Minister, for the response. The honor of the question is on the floor for the first supplementary question. Honourable Member, you have the floor.
Thank you very much, First Deputy Speaker, sir. And through you, I should commend the Honourable Minister for the response. Indeed, he will go back and do as advised. But through you, First Deputy Speaker, I just also wanted to inform the Minister that our constituency has already identified the land or infrastructure that is ready for assessment. So I just wanted to bring that to his attention. And secondly, we also discuss with the district commissioner, because Sakata is on the other side of Zomba district. We are in the city, and that is also a number of kilometers away. So I thought maybe as we are discussing with the DC, the Honourable Minister can still reconsider so that within the city, our children, our youths should be provided with this vocational skills center within the city and not necessarily outside the city. But we have heard the advice and we explore and revert to the Honourable Minister. I submit, First Deputy Speaker, sir.
Thank you. I now recognize the good people of Salima Central West. Salima Central West, you have the floor, sir.
Thank you so much, First Deputy Speaker. Let me first congratulate Honourable Minister of Labour for responding to that question with power. Honourable First Deputy Speaker.
You need to repeat that word again, with power.
For responding to that question with power, and he has done us justice as people of Salima because he's representing Salima Central East. I'm in Salima Central West, and I'm proud of him. First Deputy Speaker, the Honourable Minister has made a commitment that he will provide with this House some specification for the infrastructure can he make a commitment of timelines? Because time is not on us. We never know any time CDF might start tripling in. And we need to start utilizing, basing on the standard infrastructure designs that are needed. We hear there's skills development center, community technical colleges, and full technical colleges. We all need to have one approach. And can he commit time to provide that before maybe the end of this sitting? Thank you so much, First Deputy Speaker.
Thank you. The people of Zomba Malosa were on the floor, but they have removed themselves. Are you still interested to come? Please, you have the floor, Madam.
Thank you so much, First Deputy Speaker, for giving a chance to people of Zomba Malosa to ask a supplementary question to the Minister of Labor. First Deputy Speaker, Malosa has a lot of community colleges, which most of the times when we see their skills colleges, some of them, they are not attached to TVETA, which at the end of the day, when the students learn, they don't have even a starter pack, and they don't even have proper papers that they can find proper employment. And we have also Domas Works, where there was a Works Training Center before the structure is just abandoned. I would like to ask the Minister of Labor if he can come in, help our youth, using the small colleges that we have in the constituency, and I can use the CDF to revive the Domasi Works Center so that we have our youth being trained there, and at the end of the day receive a paper that can be recognized anywhere they can go. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Honour Minister. Before you come in, the people of Mulanje Bale constructed their own skills center at Intata. What they are waiting for is support from your ministry for TVETA to help us start the training. We have already started very slow. We need your input for it to function better. The building is there, and we have basic startup materials. This constituency used to be very next to Cholo Central, but the people of Cholo Central decided to run away from us. Honour Minister, you have the floor, sir. I request for a microphone. You are a good man.
Thank you very much, First Deputy Speaker, sir. I will consider Mulanje Bale, and myself I will go and visit and advise accordingly. Zomba City South, I would like to assure you, since you already allocated the land, it will now be my ministry to consult the council so that we can work together and see how we can help the people of Zomba City South. Salima Central West, we will consider the timeline, but as you know, we are working hand in hand with the Minister of Local Government and the Minister of Finance, so I cannot come up with a timeline, then I'll lie, but I'll consult these two ministries and see what we can do about it. With that, Right Honorable First Deputy Speaker, sir, I submit.
Thank you. Oh, I see you back on the.
Yes, I forget my dear sister, Malosa, behind me. Malosa, we just need to do some assessment. Once we discover that the youth need other community development centers, I think we'll consult the councils and then come up with a decision on whether we can upgrade others or just work on what you have. With that, First Deputy Speaker, I submit.
Thank you. I think that was the only question to the Honorable Minister of Labor. We wish we had you more on the floor, Honorable Minister. But congratulations for taking that question. Thank you. Leader.
First, Deputy Speaker, as the Minister of Homeland is just walking in, before I give him the floor to take questions, I wanted to make one observation that is on the order paper for Secretary to take note. Some business that was already disposed of is reappearing on the order paper. For example, Minister of Homeland yesterday tackled question 130. So this question was disposed of, but it is reappearing on the order paper today. So at times it can confuse ministers as they respond to questions, believing that perhaps that was not responded to. The other one is government business, government business 3B, subsidiary registration. The Minister of Foreign Affairs did lay on the table the papers yesterday, but they are appearing again on today's order paper. So if the Secretary would take note of these two anomalies. Having said that, First Deputy Speaker, I would like now to call upon the Minister of Homeland Security to take questions pertaining to his ministry. I submit, First Deputy Speaker.
Thank you, Leader, for that guidance, and the other two observations have been noted, and the action will be taken through the table to get those questions out of the order paper. Honourable members, we now go to the Ministry of Homeland and Security. We start with question number 157. The Honourable Member for Kasungu Northwest. Kasungu Northwest. Excuse me. Please request for a microphone.
Thank you, Deputy Speaker. I now confirm this question that question number 157 in the order paper, which is going to Homeland Security. Thank you, Deputy Speaker. Thank you.
Thank you, Honourable Member for Kasungu North West. Honourable Minister of Homeland and Security, you have the floor, sir.
Good afternoon, Honorable Second Deputy Speaker, sir. I rise to respond to the question from the Honorable Member from Kasungu Northeast, who is asking my ministry to explain why construction of 8 houses for police officers at the Border Training Center in Kasungu North constituency has stalled after the contractor abandoned the site. And the second question is what measures are being taken to ensure completion of the project. Thirdly, he would like again to know whether government has plans to establish a police unit at MPUNGWE Rural Growth Center to address increasing population and security demands. Honorable Second Deputy Speaker, sir, I would like to thank the Honorable Member for the questions posed to my ministry. And in response, Honorable Deputy Speaker, sir, I would like to thank the Honorable Member for the questions. The Honorable Member is asking why construction of 8 houses has stalled, what measures are being taken to ensure completion of the project, and whether government has plans to establish police unit at MPUNGWE to address security demands. Second Deputy Speaker, sir, Let me inform the honorable member that the policy holder for the 10,000 security houses is the Ministry of Lands, Housing and Urban Development. The department under Ministry of Homeland Security are just beneficiaries of the houses. As such, the question may be redirected to the responsible ministry. Regarding the questions about establishing a police unit at Mpomba Rural Growth Center, Honorable Second Deputy Speaker, let me take this opportunity to inform the House and the Honorable Member that government policy empowers communities to bear the responsibility of constructing police units. Mr. Deputy Speaker, sir, in view of that, I would like to request the Honorable Member, through the District Council, to ask for the part of the District Development Fund and or Constituency Development Fund for the construction of police unit. A plan of the recommended police unit can be obtained from the officer in charge, Kasungu Police Station. My ministry is ready to deploy police officers once construction of the recommended police unit is completed. Thank you so much, Second Deputy Speaker, sir. The First Deputy Speaker, sir.
Thank you for the response. We now recognize the honorable member. Leader, you are on the floor.
Yes, I am. First Deputy Speaker, there are times when we make errors and we would want to correct them before it takes too long. I made a mistake by indicating that Secretary had made a mistake. It's actually myself that has made a mistake. I was referring to a wrong order paper. It was an order paper for yesterday. I didn't have today's order paper, so my sincere apologies, Secretariat. I wanted to put that on record. I thank you.
Leader, thank you very much. I think the House at times needs to give an applaud to you, Leader, for the spirit that you have and the respect you give this House, and you are indeed one example of a leader of the House. Thank you very much, Leader. Point taken, Leader. Honorable members, I now recognize the Honorable Member, Commissioner Karonga Town. Honorable Member for Karonga Town.
Thank you very much, First Deputy Speaker, for recognizing the people of Karonga Town constituency to pose a supplementary question to the Minister of Homeland Security. I just want to find out, Honorable First Deputy Speaker, if the Minister is aware that the construction works for the 15 police houses at Ipiana stalled some time back, and if his ministry has plans to resume and finish those houses to ease the problem of housing for police officers in Karonga Town. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Honorable Commissioner. Just to emphasize that the Honorable Minister only responded to the second and the third part of that question. The one on police houses, he actually said the policy holder is the Honorable Minister of Lands, Housing and Development. So the question has been redirected, and we'll take supplementaries of those that are not on police houses. We'll start now with Lilongwe Msinja South. Lilongwe Msinja, with that correction, you have the floor.
First Deputy Speaker, I think with your correction, I'm too reluctant to continue with my question.
Thank you very much, Leader of Backbench Opposition. We then go to the people from Chikwawa East. Chikwawa East, you have the floor, sir.
Thank you so much, Honorable Deputy Speaker, First Deputy Speaker, for allowing the people of Chikwawa East constituency to ask a supplementary question to the Honorable Minister of Homeland Security. I would like to ask the Honorable Minister to consider deploying additional police officers at Makwira Police Post, which is serving a large and growing population in the constituency. It is the only police establishment in the area, and it has only 4 police officers. And secondly, I would like the minister to consider establishing a police unit at Nyangu Trading Center, which is a fast-growing commercial hub. The community has already identified a structure to accommodate the police unit, as well as 2 houses for police officers. I submit.
Thank you, Honourable Member. We now go to Nkatabe North constituency.
Thank you, Honourable First Deputy Speaker, for giving chance of people of Nkatabe North to ask a supplementary question to the Minister of Homeland Security. Is the Minister aware that last year the ministry came with a contractor at Usisia Police Unit to construct 12 houses, staff houses. But since then, the contractor is nowhere to be seen. So we don't know the position of 12 staff houses at Usisia Police Unit. Thank you.
Thank you, Honourable Leader. Now you see there are so many demands on an update on the police housing coming from both sides of the House. You may need to consider those questions when the Minister is referring that question. Can I now recognize the Honourable Member for Blantyre City, Chichiri, Misesa, Sochi constituency? Honourable Member, you have the floor, sir.
Thank you very much, First Deputy Speaker, for recognizing the voice of the people from Blantyre City, Chichiri Misesa, to ask a supplementary question. I just want to know through you, First Deputy Speaker, what's the criteria that the ministry is using in order to allocate manpower in a police unit, whether a police station. I have in mind Kapeni Police Unit, which is a very, very busy police unit located at the center of Kapeni, which is a hub for Sochi. We've got the villages like Group Village Jambe, we've got Imanje, we have got Chiwembe proper, we've got Sochi, the newly constructed Kanjeza Forest. That area, it is also covering Federation. It's going as far as Chesomba. I wanted to know what's the criteria that is used so that we can follow. Looking at the staff at that police unit, we've got very few police officers. Recently, one has been transferred to Karonga. Another one has been taken back to Limbe police station. We don't have a replacement. We need to have more police officers at the unit. I thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Before the Minister, I see the Leader of Opposition requesting for the floor. Leader of Opposition, you have the floor, sir.
Thank you very much, First Deputy Speaker, for allowing me to also have a supplementary question to the Honourable Minister. Honourable Minister, would your ministry consider upgrading the Sante Chigod police, which was then promised to be promoted to become a police station, because we only have Kasung, which is very far away, and looking at the workload of the police, it would be good that it gets to a status of a police station. And also in extension on the same is to finalize construction of police houses at the very police center. And then secondly, there is only this police within the constituency serving close to 100,000 people. So would your ministry consider establishing a police, either post or unit, at Nkota Rural Growth Center to the southern part of this constituency that would be able to serve areas of Nkota, Kalimira, and many others? And I hope that the minister will be considerate enough to consider these two places. Deputy Speaker, thank you.
Thank you very much, Leader of Opposition. Honourable Minister, with those 4 supplementary questions.
Thank you, Honorable First Deputy Speaker, sir. I would like to thank first the Member of Parliament for Karonga Town constituency for his question to my ministry to consider reconstruction of houses which has restored. Honorable First Deputy Speaker, sir, as indicated, the issue of housing, and as you already rightly alluded to, has to be posed to the Ministry of Lands. And I'll be referring this question again to the Minister, so that perhaps the best he can is to come up with a Parliament statement on the stored houses. The second question, Honorable First Deputy Speaker, came from Chikwawa East, who is requesting my ministry to consider adding police officers at Makwira police unit. Honorable First Deputy Speaker, I'll be referring this matter to the Inspector General of Police to consider. Indeed, the recommended number of police officers per police unit is 15 police officers. So I'll be checking with the Inspector General to consider adding more officers to Makwira police unit. The other question came from the Honorable Member of Parliament from Nkatabe North. Honorable First Deputy Speaker, the Honorable Member is asking my ministry if it is aware about the same construction of police houses. And I think on the police houses, I think allow me, Honorable Speaker, to say the answers have already been provided. And perhaps let me restrict myself perhaps on other questions which my ministry could take charge of. Honorable Member for Blantyre City, Chichiri Misesa, is asking my ministry to clarify the criteria which is used in sending police officers, in allocating police officers to the police unit and police station. And the First Deputy Speaker, as indicated, the number of police officers allocated to each police unit, normally the recommended number is 15. But that is also considered according to the availability of the police officers. And that is why the Malawi Police Service, or through the Malawi government, is continuing with the recruitment of our officers to make sure that we have quite a number of officers that could be deployed in the police formations, starting from the units and the police stations. However, may I request the Honorable Member for Blantyre City, Chichiri Misesa, to check with the officer in charge, Blantyre Police Station, and present his problem, which could be addressed there and then. The other question, the First Deputy Speaker, came from the Leader of Opposition, who is asking my ministry to consider upgrading the Sante Chigodi police unit to a full police station. And according to the Honorable Leader of Opposition, I think the promise was already made to make sure that the police unit is upgraded. My minister will be following up with this matter with the Malawi Police Service and to check and confirm whether indeed a proper survey was done that could make the Sante Chigodi being elevated to a full police station. And if that indeed it was done, we will indeed proceed with that proposal. The other one was to consider, the other question from the same leader of opposition was to consider upgrading the Nkota Rural, the police unit at Nkota Rural Growth Center. Similarly, we'll be doing a review and see whether Nkota indeed is within the criteria of upgrading it to a full police station. I submit, Honorable First Deputy Speaker, sir.
Thank you very much, Honourable Minister. Honourable members, we now move to question 158, coming from the Honourable Member for Lilongwe Mpande constituency. Honourable Member for Lilongwe Mpande constituency. The Honourable Member for Lilongwe Mpande is not in the House. We now go to question 159. The Honourable Member for Nkatabe West. Nkatabe West. Is the Honourable Member in the House, Nkatabe West? So, if I may ask the members that are requesting for the floor, which supplementary questions do you want to pose? On which question? Because the owners of the questions are not in the House. Oh, no, I know there's a Chichewa saying that says Kugona Pakati Nkuyambilira, but at times when you go there too early, you might find the owners of the House are not yet there. So, we go to question 184. 184 is for the Honorable Member for Kasungu North, who is the Vice President for the People's Party and the Commissioner of this House. Honorable Member, you have the floor.
Thank you, Honorable Deputy Speaker. I stand to confirm that question number 184 on today's order paper is indeed coming from the people of Kasungu North, more especially from Senior Chief Karuruma, Senior Chief Chisempere, and T.A. Karikoka. I thank you, Deputy Speaker. I submit.
Thank you. Honourable Minister, this too talks about police houses, so you might need to guide the House again on this question. Thank you, sir.
Honorable First Deputy Speaker, indeed I rise to respond to the question raised by the Honorable Member for Kasungu North, who is asking the Minister of Homeland Security as to when the government intends to construct the 8 police houses promised for the Nkamenya Police Unit. Mr. Speaker, sir, I would like to thank the Honorable Member for Kasungu North for the question. The Honorable Member is asking my Minister when the government intends to construct the 8 police houses promised for the Nkamenya Police Unit. Mr. Speaker, sir, let me agree with the Honorable Member of the need to construct staff houses at Nkamenya Police Unit as it facilitates easy mobilization and deployment of the officers in times of emergency. Above all, it improves the welfare of the police officers. Let me take this opportunity to inform the House and the Honorable Member that Nkamenya Police Unit will be considered under the Phase 2 of Lot 1 of the construction of the 10,000 houses for Security Institution Project. I thank you, Honorable First Deputy Speaker.
Thank you. I now consider the people, the good people of Deza Golomoti. Deza Golomoti, you have the floor, sir.
Thank you very much, Deputy Speaker, for according the people of Golomoti constituency to ask a supplementary question to the Minister of Homeland Security. Mine is a reminder through you, Honorable Speaker. We requested a vehicle at Golomoti Police Unit. And since that the government of Professor Arthur Peter Mutharika has started rehabilitation of the Golomoti Monkey Bay Road, the people of Golomoti will need a utility vehicle for police officers. Thank you. Second, Deputy Speaker.
Thank you very much, the people of Golomoti. We now go to the people of Palombe Northwest. Palombe Northwest, Maus East, Palombe Northeast, Maus and Swangoma areas. Honourable Member, you have the floor.
Thank you so much, First Deputy Speaker, for allowing the people of Palombe Northeast to ask a supplementary question to the Minister of Homeland Security. First Deputy Speaker, my question is on the same, on security housing for personnel. I wanted to put to record that before the 2025 elections, a contractor came to build 11 police housing at Nambazo Police Unit. The contract just did the foundation, and up to now, the contract is nowhere to be seen. So I wanted to put it to the attention of the minister that he has to look into that issue. I'm saying this because Nambazo Police Unit is along the border with Mozambique, and the security should not be compromised because there are no houses for personnel. I submit, First Deputy Speaker. Thank you.
Thank you. Let's now recognize the good people of Blantyre City, Mbayani, Musa, Magasa constituents.
Thank you so much, First Deputy Speaker, sir. Mine is to get an update from the Minister of Homeland Security. The update also could be in the interest of fellow honorable members in Blantyre City. To get an update on the progress for Blantyre Police construction and when shall it be handed over to the people of Blantyre City. I know once this project is finished, it will bring beauty to the city of Blantyre. I submit, First Deputy Speaker, sir.
Thank you. Before I proceed, just to congratulate the honorable member for the Zakasina, I hear he's now the shadow deputy minister of gender. So, congratulations, honorable member. Let me recognize the people of Mangochi for a supplementary question.
Thank you, First Deputy Speaker, for recognizing the people of Mangochi to ask a supplementary question. First Deputy Speaker, I won't labor the good minister with constituency question, just having been awarded a 200 billion Kwacha road. Mine, Honorable Minister, is mostly for the whole district. Would your ministry please consider upgrading or building a brand new police station at Mangochi Boma? And also, would you consider building us a brand new prison at Mangochi Boma? Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much. And the last one, in this order, will come from the good people of Nkadabe Mpamba. Nkadabe Mpamba, you have the floor, sir.
Thank you very much, Deputy Speaker, sir, for giving this opportunity to people of Nkadabe Mpamba, people of Senior Chief Timbiri, people of GVH Chia Changombe, that we can also ask a supplementary question in form of a policy question. Mr. Speaker, sir, in my constituency, a business person called Father Karim offered to construct a police unit at Mpamba. We engaged the council and we also visited the Nkadabe police unit in terms of guidance, how we can, like the processes, how this police unit can, this investor can take in order to construct this police unit at Mpamba. I'm here to report that up to now, this police unit has not started. My policy question here is, what procedure, what steps should we take for us to have this police unit constructed by Father Karim at Mpamba? Thank you.
Thank you very much. Honorable Minister.
Honorable First Deputy Speaker, I rise to respond to the questions asked by the honorable members. The first question is coming from the honorable member from Nkadabe North.
Members to my left and right, honorable members, don't forget the minister holding the floor is Homeland Security. Please, thank you.
The honorable member is asking my ministry if it is aware of the houses at Usisha where the project started, but now it is no longer in existence. I will refer this question again to the Minister of Lands, who will give an accurate update on that. The second question came from the honorable member from Blantyre City, Chichiri Misesa. I think that one was already responded, honorable member.
Honorable Minister, the second question came from the honorable member for...
Yeah, I think the first question, honorable First Deputy Speaker, came from the Zagolomot constituency.
Zagolomot, yes.
The Zagolomot. Yeah, was reminding my ministry of the request which they made to allocate a vehicle to Golomot Police Station, Honorable First Deputy Speaker, I would like to assure the Honorable Member that my ministry is taking measures to identify and allocate a vehicle to Golomot Police Unit. And I can assure you that within a month or so, Golomot will be provided with a motor vehicle. The second question, Honorable First Deputy Speaker, came from the Honorable Member from Palombe Northeast, who is also asking about the security houses at Nambazo. And that only the foundation was done by the contractor, and the contractor left the unit. I will also be referring this question to the Honorable Minister of Lands, who is the line minister in the construction of the security houses. The third question, Honorable First Deputy Speaker, came from Blantyre City Mbayani, who is asking my minister to get an update in the progress of the construction of the Blantyre Police Station. Indeed, Honorable First Deputy Speaker, the construction of the Blantyre Police Station is almost complete. I think it is now in the final completion stage, and that shortly the police station will be handed over to the Malawi Police Service for use. And indeed, after the handover, the structure will indeed add beauty to the city of Blantyre. The second but last question, Honorable First Deputy Speaker, came from Mangochi Makibe constituency, who is asking my minister to consider constructing a new police station for the Mangochi district, as well as again a prison. Indeed, this is a pertinent question, as the Mangochi police station, as well as the the prison, is old, outdated, and indeed it needs a new police station and a new prison station. So the government will indeed look at the request, and I believe that it is going to respond positively. Lastly, Honorable First Deputy Speaker, is the question from Mukhatabe, the Honorable Member from Mukhatabe Mpamba, who is asking for guidance on how they can proceed with the donation which they received from Father Kalino over the construction of the Mpamba Police Unit. Honorable First Deputy Speaker, let me advise the Honorable Member to contact the officer in charge of Nkatabe Police Station, who will guide him appropriately. In fact, as already indicated, the responsibility of the construction of the police unit rests upon the members of the communities led by our honorable members, and that the Malawi Police Service will provide the architect work of the police unit. I respectfully submit, First Deputy Speaker, sir.
Thank you very much, Honorable Minister of Homeland Security. Before we proceed, there's a point of order. There's a casino. What has gone out of order?
Good afternoon, First Deputy Speaker. Is it in order that the good minister, who is, I told you is my uncle, it's just the light skin which is different. He promised me at Lintipe police station a vehicle. That's 4 months ago. And today he's promising another vehicle in Golomot. Before he give at Lintipe a vehicle. Is it in order? I thought he will make himself an announcement that next week he's coming to Lintipe police station and give us the new vehicle. He's a good man. He's a very good man like you. Thank you
very much. Thank you very much. I think your uncle will look into that in the next question. He's going to be responding, and he's going to give you when you are going to be going to Lintipe yourself and him to donate the vehicle. Thank you. We go to question number 185. The Honourable Member for Chitipa North constituency. I understand the Honourable Ilongwe-Mpande is now in the House. He did seek leave of the Speaker to go and visit a Member of Parliament who is ailing at home, so he's back. I will consider Ilongwe-Mpande at some point. Honourable Member for Chitipa North, request for a microphone, please. You have the floor, Madam.
Thank you so much. Our first Deputy Speaker, sir, good afternoon. I rise to confirm that indeed the question number 185 appearing in today's order paper is coming from the people of Chitipa North constituency, from Senior Chief Kameme and Senior Chief Mwalambia. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Honourable Member. Honourable Minister, you have the floor, sir.
Thank you, Honourable First Deputy Speaker. I indeed rise to respond to the question raised by the Honourable Member for Chitipa North, who is asking my ministry whether the government will consider establish police units in order to strengthen security along Malawi's border areas at Nkwangwa Trading Center, Kameme Trading Center, Ipenza and Nhanga bordering Tanzania, Chipitu and the Sopelala James. Honorable First Deputy Speaker, sir, I would like to thank the Honorable Member for apologies.
For Chitipa North.
I think I've been given a wrong paper by my officers because here it is talking about Kasungu North. So apologies. Can I have this maybe the next day so that I give an accurate answer to this?
So that is noted. But according to the question, you mentioned all the trading centers. The Honourable Member is requesting. So on your answer, you already stated all the trading centers, but we've taken note of the error.
First Deputy Speaker, sir, indeed the first page reflects the said police units, but now the subsequent papers appears to be answering about Kasungu. And that's why I'm saying, can I retake this either tomorrow? Thank you.
Thank you very much. We've taken note of that, and to assure the Honourable Member and the people around the Kameme areas that your question will be taken on another day by the Honourable Minister for Homeland Security. We now move to question 186. The Honourable Member for Salima North. Salima North, you have Salima North. The Honourable Member for Salima North must be attending to some important business outside this house. He was here this morning. We go to the Honourable Member who requested leave of absence, Honourable Ilongwe-Mpande. Ilongwe-Mpande, if you are in the house. Request for the floor, sir. Honourable Member, you have the floor. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Honourable First Deputy Speaker, for allowing the people of Ilongwe-Mpande constituency, people from Mbangombe, Tientema, and some villages, Sinyo, Tie, Chitugula. I rise to confirm that the question 158 appearing on today's order paper is indeed from the Ilongwe-Mpande constituency. However, the First Deputy Speaker, I'd like to mention that this question was presented during the last sitting before the CDF projects were presented to the District Council. But I'm not withdrawing it because I'd like the question to be a reminder to Honorable Minister of Homeland Security that if we build the police unit using our CDF funds, after that, when I will pose the question to him to provide the police officers, it won't be a problem because he will refer that he answered this question in this House. I submit, Mr. Speaker, sir.
No, member, that's why this is called an August House. The occupants of this House are politically minded. So you're putting this question to be answered as a reminder to the Honorable Minister that when you request for officers to man this specific police unit, a police unit which is not even there, but you have already, Honorable, so you want the Honorable Minister to provide you security officers. I hope you have a house large enough to accommodate the officers, the men and the women in uniform. But Honorable Minister, I hope you understood what he meant. Please.
Honorable First Deputy Speaker, sir, allow me to assure the Honorable Member for Lilongwe-Mpande and all the Honorable Members of Parliament here present that our principle has been that once a police unit is established, we instantly provide the police officers. So let me assure the Honorable Member that definitely we are ready to provide officers as long as the facilities at the requested police unit are finalized. I submit, Honorable First Deputy Speaker.
Thank you very much. Supplementary. Chitipa Chendo, constituency.
Thank you very much. First Deputy Speaker, sir.
Please, Honorable Member for Chitipa Chendo, proceed.
Thank you very much, First Deputy Speaker, sir. For ask a question, First Deputy Speaker, sir, I thought I should narrate to this House that within a short period of time, we have lost 3 people who died in a mysterious way in my constituency. One among the 3 was Mr. Speaker, I think I need protection. There's too much noise in the House.
Honour members, order. Let's protect the people of Chitipa Chendo. They are raising a very serious issue.
First Deputy Speaker, sir, I was saying we have lost 3 people in my constituency within a short period of time. And one of those is a 13-year girl who was found dumped in the bush. She was raped, her breasts were cut together with private parts, and just dumped like that. So in light of that, Senior Chief Maulambia called for a meeting last Saturday. We had to rush. And in that meeting, after the meeting, it was recommended that we should have a police unit or post as soon as possible. Land has been identified. We are willing to do one or two things. In community can build a house, at least one. Now, would the minister consider, as a matter of urgency, funding this police unit as a matter of urgency, so that we should not continue to experience this, because our police, men and women, are very professional. All what they need is to be accommodated so that our people can be protected. I submit.
Thank you very much, Honourable Member for Chitipa Chendo. We go to the Honourable Member for Mchinji West. Mchinji West, you have the floor, Madam. You've just removed yourself from the lineup. Please request again. Mchinji West, you have the floor.
Thank you, First Deputy Speaker, for according the chance to the Shadow Minister, Deputy Minister of Health, and indeed, yes, of course, and indeed, the people of Mchinji West. The Shadow Minister of Health would
Congratulations, Honourable Member.
Thank you very much. I was expecting you to say that.
We will be discussing with the leader if your sitting plan needs to be considered.
Thank you.
As a Shadow Deputy Minister. Thank you.
Through you, First Deputy Speaker, I would like to ask the Minister, the able Minister, if there are any plans at all to support the local policing groups. We have many of them in Nchinji. My constituency sits along the border. We have such community policing, lots of them actually, and they're asking for the right tools for them to perform their duties. Some of them have been coming up that they need safety gears, safety policing gears, something as small as reflectors. And before you even say it, I have managed to support most of them, but then it's become overwhelming. So I would like to ask the Minister if there are any plans at all to help these community policing groups. Thank you, First Deputy Speaker. I submit.
Thank you, Madam Shadow Deputy Minister of Health. We now go to the people of Kasungu Central. Kasungu Central, you have the floor. I see the Honourable Member for Rumpi West. Your microphone is on, requesting, but it's not appearing on here. So I'm alerting the technicians to look at that. Try to switch it on and back again. We'll provide that opportunity to you, sir. Thank you.
First, Deputy Speaker, thank you so much for giving an opportunity to the people of STA Tunduru, Senior Chief Kapaizi, TA Mangwazo, to ask a supplementary question to the able minister. The people of Kasungu Central would like to ask the minister if there are any plan or if they could consider having a police unit along the Tunduru-Suza Kapais Road. This road is a strategic road. It borders the Kasungu National Park, where we have a lot of elephants and different animals in the park. It is also close to the nearest border of Zambia, where a lot of illegal materials pass through this road, and there's no checkpoint. It's been deemed as the weakest route to smuggle things from Malawi and Zambia, but also going through Karonga and Tanzania. Therefore, the people of Kasungu Central would like to humbly request the minister to consider putting up a police unit along Kapaizi or Mangwazo, even Tunduru, because all these senior chiefs, they share the same road, and it's a route we need to safeguard for our people in Kasungu Central, municipality, and coming to the city. The people of Kasungu Central, we humbly submit. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Honourable Member. Before the Honourable Minister, we have the Honourable Member and the Shadow Minister of Sports on the floor for point of order. What has gone out of order, sir?
Through you, Mr. First Deputy Speaker. In the morning, the Minister of Finance sent us that we should get the right information regarding the 1.2 billion. So I wanted to ask for indulgence as to what time you can give me so that I can give Malawians the correct version of the information. Because we went to MEDEF with my colleague, the chair for Youth Caucus, and also who is my deputy, my shadow deputy. We went to MEDEF, we have found the right information, and we're here ready to share to Malawians the correct version about the youth loans that have been disbursed in the villages in our constituencies. So what time will you give me so that I can provide Malawians the right information as Shadow Minister of Youth? Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. Honourable Member, I want to commend the seriousness that you have shown. Can you, I request you to share to agree with the Honourable Minister of Finance before I would consider and share with leadership from both sides of the aisle your information before that information becomes public to this House. But I would like to commend your office for taking that initiative to go and collect that information. Thank you very much, sir. Minister for Homeland Security, you have the floor.
Thank you, Honorable First Deputy Speaker. I rise to respond to the supplementary questions submitted by several honorable members, starting from the honorable member for Chitipa Chendo constituency, who is requesting my ministry to consider establishing a police post Honorable First Deputy Speaker, as already alluded to this House, and repeating again and again, the responsibility of establishing a police post belongs to you, honorable members. I think this should be noted. I know that sometimes these questions come in this House just for the sake of the members of the public and mainly our constituents. But I think, let's be serious. These questions should not be asked for the sake of being asked anyway. The position of the government is that all police posts, their responsibility belongs to the people, to the constituents and the leaders of those constituencies. The second question, Honorable First Deputy Speaker, came from the Honorable Member from Inchinji West, who is requesting my ministry to support the local groups that are assisting in providing the security in the neighborhood within her constituency. Firstly, allow me, the First Deputy Speaker, also to pass my congratulations to the Honorable Deputy Minister of Health, in the opposition that is, for the appointment. Honorable First Deputy Speaker, the responsibility of supporting the local groups in our constituency belongs to the police stations where there is an established community policing offices, and these local groups normally work hand in hand with the community policing officers. And I would request the honorable member to put this request within the CDF funds to get support in improving the security within her constituency. Lastly, Honorable First Deputy Speaker, is the question from the honorable member from Kasungu Central, who is requesting my ministry also to establish police units either at Kapaizi, Ntundulo, Mangwazu. So the answer remains the same. It is your responsibility to do that as a leader and to do that together with your constituents. Thank you, Honorable First Deputy Speaker.
Thank you very much. Honourable members, we have already dealt with all the questions to that ministry. I want to inquire if the honourable member for Nkatabe West is in the house. Is not in the house. Okay. Deputy Leader.
Thank you very much. Honorable First Deputy Speaker, sir, at this juncture, let me guide that we proceed with the questions to Minister and to Ministry of Local Government and Rural Development for oral replies. And this is question number 210. I submit, First Deputy Speaker, sir.
Thank you very much, Deputy Leader, for that guidance. We will now go to question 210, going to the Minister of Local Government and Rural Development. Question number 210, the people of Lilongwe, Msinja South. Lilongwe, Msinja South, you have the floor, sir.
Right. First, Deputy Speaker, I would like to confirm that the question on the order paper comes from the people of Lilongwe, Msinja South constituency. I confirm. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Honourable Member. Honourable Minister of Local Government and Rural Development, you have the floor, sir.
Thank you very much, First Deputy Speaker, and through you allow me to thank the Honourable Member for his question. And his question is to ask the Minister of Local Government as to whether the ministry is aware that the following projects initiated under the 2024-2025 Constituency Development Fund in Msinja South constituency remains incomplete. And the projects are Madziaera Primary School, Ntenga Junior Primary School, Chimzinga Junior Primary School, Chukupizi CBO, Tiwone Teachers House, and Karonga Teachers House. And his question is in view of the revised guidelines, which requires projects to be funded as complete package. And his question is what measures is the ministry taking to ensure that these incomplete projects, which requires only additional resources, to be considered. In my response, before I get to substantive question, allow me to thank the Minister of Finance and Decentralization for his able leadership, availability whenever my minister as an implementing partner requests his office to do so. In this regard, I'm doing that because in the guidelines that we provided, the question before us was ably responded to. I therefore would like to take back the honorable member to the guidelines, which states that the CDF has moved from supply-driven to demand-driven. This is in line with the President's dream of the people-centered development principle. This empowers the community to decide exactly what projects the community desires to have. In this regard, therefore, the reformed guidelines is very clear. Once the community has identified the projects, which includes the stored projects from last CDF, they will incorporate them into their constituency development investment plans, which will then be ably funded by this reformed CDF under the dynamic leadership of His Excellency the President, Nkulukuta Moyo, APM, who is here to deliver. I therefore invite you to include them within the investment plans, and that the needful will be done. And that is to make sure that no taxpayers' money from the last CDF is put to waste, but to be completed. I thank you, Right Honorable Speaker.
Thank you very much. The honor of the question is on the floor for the first supplementary question. Honour Member, you have the floor.
First Deputy Speaker, the Honourable Minister has not responded. I read, understood, was lectured about the guidelines. Everything being fair, in the guidelines, it does not explain procedures, processes that my people from Sinja South constituency, from the VDC, ADC, and CDC are supposed to do if they want to request funds to complete a teacher's house or a school block that will need amounts ranging from 8 to 60 or 70 million. What the CDF guidelines does explain is where they are talking about certification of projects, and the central government will fund the projects that have been certified by the central government. My question is, can the minister stand and tell the people of Sinja South constituency, Senior Group Mtenga, Tione, the processes that the Village Development Committee are supposed to do, if they want to complete these projects with small amounts, do we need certification from the central government? That's my question. But the guidelines, the investment plan, we know and we understand. He should just come clear on that one. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Then we go to the people of Rumpi West. Honourable members, I will allow the Honourable Minister to respond to each and every supplementary question, but as you have seen, tradition has allowed us to take all the 3 supplementary questions. But for this one, it seems like there's more interest and more interested parties. I will allow you, Honourable Minister, to take it now. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Right Honorable Speaker. When a question comes from a member, the process is that it comes to the table and to the minister certifies, and we respond exactly as the question has come. For purposes of removing the doubts, I will read first the question before I now respond to your supplementary, because it looks like you think I didn't understand your question. Your question is to ask the Minister of Local Government whether the ministry is aware of the following projects that were initiated under the 2024-2025 Constituency Development Fund in Msinja South constituency, and that they remain incomplete, number 1. And these are Madzi Maera Junior Primary School, Ntenga Junior Primary School, Chidzinga Junior Primary School, Chikupizi CBO, Tione Teachers House, and Karonga Teachers House. Am I aware? 2, in view of the revised CDF guidelines, which requires projects to be funded as complete packages, what measures is the ministry taking to ensure that these incomplete projects, which requires only limited additional resources to be completed, receive the funding? Simple as that. And my response is simple. We are operating the CDF under demand-driven and not supply-driven. Take those, and if the community deems those as important to them, put them in the constituency development plan, investment plan, and they will be funded. It's as simple as that. So once you do that, the required process, which is BOQs, will follow. Now, in your supplementary, you are saying the guidelines did not. In your supplementary, you are saying the guidelines did not provide a clear guideline for the people of Nsinja. Honestly, if the guidelines were going to start, A, the people of Nsinja, B, the people of Sante, D, the people of Cholotava, and then begin to answer all questions, it's not going to work. That is why it has been simplified in the guidelines. Demand driven. Let your people decide what they want, where and when. If the stored projects are their priority, they will put them in the investment plans, and that will invite funding, and you can be assured those will be funded. I thank you, First Deputy Speaker.
Thank you very much. I now recognize the good people of Rumpi West. Rumpi West, is that a supplementary question? Please, go ahead.
It's a combination. First, Deputy Speaker, sir, first of all, let me thank the Minister of Local Government and the DC's office and his ministry's officials for the support that they have given to Rumpi West when we thought we were completely finished. We had an issue of procuring a grader as a priority, but we could not qualify this year. But the minister and his ministry staff with the DC's guidance, they have come to our rescue. Rumpi West will procure a grader at the amount quotations sourced by the councils. For that, Rumpi West is thankful to you, the minister, and priority of this thanksgiving should go to Professor Arthur Peter Mtarika, because Rumpi West will be saved. Secondly, my question to the minister is, suppose we had monies, because the court ruling to discharge members of parliament from the management of the CDF came in between elections and the new office bearers. Suppose the council still have those monies, how would the CDCs come in to utilize all the resources, because now they have been amalgamated into the new CDF, reformed CDF. Finally, I made a promise in the morning to join the leader of the House, DPP Vice President North, to support Rumpi District Hospital. He is always burdened. Everything we look at him. I don't know how he sleeps. I don't know where he gets the money. But in little things like this, we have to join him and support him. I have the cash. First Deputy Speaker, I promised 2 million in the morning, because it also affects the local government, because hospitals and are under the Ministry of Local Government. That's why I want to present it within him, with his eyes open, not closed, so that he can see the good things that he has done, giving us a grader. We have to support his ministry by donating 2 million kwacha to Rumpi District Council. I want to submit it before Honorable Japi Muhango. He is always in support of us.
Thank you very much. Honorable, can I request the ushers? The ushers, please collect.
Should I walk here?
Thank you very much, Honourable Member, for standing with your promise and for the commitment of donating the 2 million kwacha to Honorable Member. I always tell some members that your actions sometimes emulate some other leaders that are already here, the likes of Choro Central and myself, but I don't remember to have ever donated 2 million myself. Honorable Member, congratulations, and please keep it up. I hope those guys that are called themselves Akatapira are safe outside this chamber. I just want to be sure. Thank you very much. Honorable Deputy Leader, before the heifer break, can I be guided on the people of Rumpi Central? I need your guidance on that.
Honorable First Deputy Speaker, through you, with the indulgence of the members, I would want to request that we do two things. The first one is to allow the running mate to the UTM to present his side. I think he has got something to say to the nation. So let him do that. But also, most importantly, in Zimba South, you recall earlier on there was an issue to do with loans disbursed to district council, to constituencies through MEDEF. He's got a very critical intervention also to make. I would want to beg that your office, you allow that to be done, and then we can go for a healthy break. I beg to move. Thank you.
Honourable Member for Rumpi Central, you have the floor on the indulgence of the leader.
Thank you very much, the Right Honourable First Deputy Speaker and also the Deputy Leader of the House. 3 points in brief. Number one is to report that as you guided us, members of Parliament for Rumpi District, the four of us, to discuss the matter, I can report here that all the four of us, Rumpi North, Rumpi East, Rumpi Central, and Rumpi West, have agreed to contribute 2 million kwacha each, all of us. Number two is to agree with the Deputy Leader of the House, who in the morning mentioned that, or advised that some of these things we should be doing on our own. For example, within 4 months since I became Member of Parliament, I have installed solar lights in more than 12 primary schools in my constituency. I have repaired more than 12 boreholes using my own cash. I have rehabilitated 3 schools whose classrooms were not functional at Lundu, Mayembe, as well as Kawaza. I have repaired numerous bridges, more than 7 on behalf of the government. I have installed solar lights at Bolero Market, at Rumpi Market, at Mjuma Market, and at Ngwangu. I have done so many things using my own money on behalf of the government. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. We would like to applaud the gesture from Rumpi Central. Congratulations, Honourable Member, for the works you've done for your people. We are very pleased with that development. Honourable members, Honourable Minister of Justice, why are you rising, Honourable? The 4 constituencies have already met. Why are you rising, Honourable Minister? You have the floor, sir.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Honorable First Deputy Speaker, sir. I thought that it wouldn't be in order that the Minister of Justice, who is from Rumpi and is in this house and is not being included in this contribution. I therefore, Right Honorable First Deputy Speaker, offer another 2.5 million. May I ask the Member of Parliament for Rumpi Central to send me the account to which I should transfer the money right now. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you very much, honourable members. There is also an undertaking. I'll give you 2 minutes, honourable member, for Zimba South to raise the issue you want to raise. Thank you. Zimba South. I see the leader. I see the leader of opposition. I've given you the floor, sir, honourable member. Then I'll give the leader of the opposition before the...
Mine is a quick one. I just want to give clarity about the 1.2 billion, which is an allegation. We can say it's an allegation which has been written by the Nation newspaper. The correct information is that the total amount that the Minister of Finance is expected to give us in our constituency is 45 billion. And so far, as of 8th of July, a 15 billion was disbursed to MEDEF so that they can give to the constituencies. Mr. First Deputy Speaker, this simply means in your constituency you have a 65 million right now that the youth can grab for the loans. The 1.2 is the actual disbursement which MEDEF has made to the groups. In this case, it means government has done its part. Let's appreciate that. Because the 15 billion translates to more than 65% of the money that is supposed to give to us. Finally, let me just encourage my fellow members of parliament, councillors out there, chiefs there, the VDC, the ADC, and the CDC, to go down and teach our young men, teach our women, so that they can quickly go to MEDEF via these channels and get this money. The money is just lying right now. So this is the message to all of us. Let's send the messages to our villages so that at least these monies that we are keeping via the MEDEF, we can get the money. Thank you so much, Mr. First Deputy Speaker. This is the clarity that I wanted to give.
Thank you very much. Honourable members, this is how the House is supposed to run. Whenever information has been provided, we have to allow people that ask questions to go and verify. I would like to applaud the honourable member for Zimba South politics aside. What you've done is a noble job, and you have confirmed it. We are happy. I didn't know myself that my constituency has up to 65 million on the youth loans. I would like to say thank you for that information, and we will indeed encourage our people to access these funds. And we pray that these funds will change the lives of many Malawians, young people, including those that are just arriving from South Africa on the xenophobic attacks. They should be able to benefit because they are youth from our constituencies. Honourable Leader of Opposition, before I suspend for a health break.
First Deputy Speaker, I thank you for allowing me to raise a very important issue. And this issue through your office is probably to get clarification from my dear brother, Honorable Minister responsible for finance. If the Finance Management Act do allow us to be contributing resources on projects that are meant to be done one by government. And then secondly, if indeed that's a concern, we can turn this house to start deliberating issues that can be ably handled at the council level, because one other day you will see almost each and every councils, including Kasungu, which has 11 members coming here to show how many bags of maize we are contributing, how much we are contributing on a particular project. I think as a house of decorum, it would be rather good that some of the issues like these could be raised, and then we could get a particular platform to address that rather than the house. Because years from now, I know you want to tell me about time, years from now, when somebody will be reading through the hazard of today, it will actually be reflecting that this house, instead of deliberating some very important issues, much as this is also important, we were actually deliberating on the contribution for a particular council. I submit, First Deputy Speaker.
Thank you very much, Honorable Leader of Opposition. Before you, Honourable Minister, the issue from Rumpi was started by members of parliament from the same district, and the initial amounts for the project did not come from government. It came from an individual member of parliament who is the leader of this house. So even if our Hansards indicates that, Honorable Leader of Opposition, I feel Malawians need also to know that apart from legislating here, majority of us are buying coffins on a daily basis. Majority of us here are operating ambulances on a daily basis. Majority of us here are buying food to support our constituents and transport to secondary schools, transport to universities as extra costs that goes to the same member of parliament. So whether the public accounts books in the Ministry of Finance Management Act does not accept that, but the reality on the ground is members of parliament are indeed social workers out there, and they are doing a lot on a daily basis. If you pick an example of a constituency, whether Zomba, Baraka, Machinga, you will find how many Airtel money transactions a member of parliament has made today. It's an indication of how much we do help our constituents. So there's nothing strange and sinister, but the Honourable Minister of Finance can confirm if indeed these monies will affect his transactions in his ministry. Honourable Minister of Finance.
Thank you very much, Mr. First Deputy Speaker. With due respect to my honorable colleague and the former Minister of Finance, I'm sure you are aware that the Public Finance Management Act is there to regulate public money that belongs to Malawians. And this is money coming from the consolidated account. The money that is being distributed today, I don't think it's public money. It's not coming from MPG account number 1. So it cannot be regulated by the Public Finance Management Act. It's totally outside. As explained by the First Deputy Speaker, as MPs, we have the responsibility to assist
And you can't be an MP.
and even contribute to projects happening in our constituencies. That is normal. So it is completely outside the Public Finance Management Act, because the Public Finance Management Act only deals with monies expensed from the MG account number 1, not outside. Thank you, Mr. Deputy Speaker.
Ambiri mwakhala mukudera nkhawa kuti kodi mavuto amene tili nawowa tidzathetse bwanji. Mavuto ngati kusabereka, khunyu, misala, kodi mukufuna chikoka cha bizinesi, mukufuna kulanga wakuba, magic wallet, kukwezedwa pa ntchito, kapena mukufuna kutsirika thupi, kuwinitsa loto ndi zina zambiri. Yankho la zonsezi lapezeka.
Kodi muli ndi vuto
vutola kusabeleka kunyu misala mukufuna chiboka pa business yanu mukufuna kulanga wakuba mukufuna majikwale mukufuna kukwezedwa panchito kutsilika tupi kuwinitsa loto ndizina zambili.
Dr. Makoti omwe amapezeka ku Blantyre Lilongwe Salima komanso Kasungu amenewa ali ndi yankho la mavuto onsewa. Imbani foni 090815572 kapena 089142038 kapena mutha kuyankhula nawo pa WhatsApp pa nambala ya 0893004116. mukatero muyankhulana ndi Dr. Makoti pa WhatsApp. Dr. Makoti, Dr. Makoti, mavuto aja aone msana wa njira.
Kodi muli ndi vutola kusabeleka kunyu misala mukufuna chiboka pa business yanu mukufuna kulanga wakuba mukufuna majikwale mukufuna kukwezedwa panchito kutsilika tupi kuwinitsa loto ndizina zambili.
Kodi munamvapo za Dr. Erube Kwavumbwe?
Dokota Erube, Dokota Erube. Dokota Erube, Dokota Erube.
Kodi mukufuna mwitano wa business mtupatupa? Timabwezeretsa banja likasokonekera kwa mphindi 40. Timatsirika munthu akaberedwa. Chuma, business ziziyenda bwino. Bwerani kwa Dr. Erube kumene timathandiza zonsezi. Nkhani zachitaka zavuta. Bwerani kwa Dr. Erube timathandizanso mwitano komanso kuvalirana anthu nkhope. Mukafuna kudziwa zambiri imbani foni pa 08994264911 0899426491 ndipo mukatero mudzathandizidwa. Dr. Erube, Dr. Erube, Dr. Erube anachepa. Mayesayesa ntchito sikupezeka, mwana mnyumba kusowabe, chitaka pa bizinesi yanu chakusokonezanu. Wosadandaula kuli Dr. Maiye kumbulumbuzi.
Mwitano wa bizinesi mwai wanchito kukonza nsoma banja kusula chibelekero.
Matenda okanika kuchirawo, matsoka osatha pa moyo wanuwo, lero pabanja makukuthothani. Wosadandaula tango imbani foni pa 0894 352 832 0894 352 832. Dr. Maiye, madotolo wa chinyengo musamale.
Welcome to MPUNGWE-PUNGWE YouTube channel. Subscribe for you to enjoy more of our videos anytime we upload.